Hello, everyone. This is Shaman Durek. I'm super happy to be here with each and every one of you. Super excited. We have an amazing webinar coming up this Thursday, and it is really powerful. And it's about really being in that sovereign. You come to any of the other webinars, you would see how fast and how transformative your life will be because the information that I'm sharing with you and that the spirits are sharing in the webinars is pretty profound information that is helping people to really get into a higher state of recognizing themselves as leaders and beautiful, powerful beings of infinite potential and possibility. And it's really amazing. And it's just really great to show up and also to create something that's not so expensive so that people can afford it and be able to up level their lives in the most beautiful way. So I think that's really important, and how we facilitate the energies and frequencies on the planet as we are shifting into higher dimensional realms of conscious thought and emotional intelligence. Now, as we shift in the planet right now, there are so many different energies that are taking place that, of course, want to pine for your attention. However, the more you stay focused on what it is that brings you joy, makes you happy, and brings fulfillment to your heart, you don't have to participate in a lot of the dramas or the negativities that are plaguing people's consciousness at this time. And right now it's really important to safeguard yourself from energies that are low vibration, because right now the light is extending so much on the planet right now that more darkness, as if you've heard me talking, more darkness is coming up because more light is being dispersed through people, through words, through thoughts, through feelings, and through people's kind actions and generous actions towards one another, which if you know how I feel about that, that is literally a power amazing Liddy committee party happening right here on planet Earth. So many people across the vast, beautiful, beautiful planet we live on are stepping into that awareness of, I don't really care people make fun of me. I don't really care people have something to say about me because of what I believe in my spiritual beliefs and so forth, because they have nothing to do with any of them. And especially if someone is saying something that's not coming from love, then obviously it's not even worth listening to. That was the whole conversation we were having in our last webinar, was talking about like so many people give so many people power over them and will look for their ideas, or want their approval, or need to meet their expectation. But are these people qualified to actually love you? Are they qualified to give you that? Most people, there's a lot of people who just aren't. A lot of people we give our power to are not qualified to even operate in that field of intelligence. I would never seek to get love from someone who's incapable of understanding what love is. Some people think love is control. I'm not into that game. I don't click that, right? And so what we have to do is we have to realize that we are moving beyond these limitations, right? Because if we look at it from a spiritual point of view, a lot of people, they go operate in the idea of spirituality being something that you do like meditation or yoga and it'll be safe. But spirituality is none of those things. Spirituality is evolution. And it means that you want to evolve. Shout out from Turkey. Merhaba Turkey. Çok seviyorum. Ben özledim. So when we operate on this context of, I'm not on this planet to prove anything to anyone. I'm on this planet to do the things that make me happy. And so if my whole life is going to be spent researching that and doing those things, and if that makes people happy because I love to share information and knowledge and wisdom from the spirits and be there to support people's power, then great. But by no means am I here to try to change this world. The world is going to change on its own based on people wanting to create change, or getting sick and tired of war, getting sick and tired of division, getting sick and tired of judgment, getting sick and tired of constantly worrying about if someone's gossiping about you or someone doesn't like you, whatever. When these people are not even qualified to even hang out in your circle, let alone, why do you care what they fake? I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know. Like, this is how I look at it, right? It's like, I'm not going to put my energy into getting upset from someone who is not operating at the same dimensional field of consciousness that I'm at. If they are not capable of seeing that I'm a loving, kind, generous, beautiful person who loves people and puts people first and really devotes my life to God and spirit and to the betterment of humankind, and they think other than that, or they think opposite of that, I don't really care. Because that means that they're not even worthy to stand in that space because they're not there yet. It doesn't mean that they are not capable of it. It doesn't mean that they're not one day will be worthy of that, but they're not worthy of my attention. And they're not worthy for me to waste my energy or try to convince them or try to prove to them that I'm a good person or that I'm this or that or whatever. That's all a waste of energy. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because I've noticed a lot of people wasting their energy wanting to get their approval from their family members, from their friends, like not looking like you're crazy because you have spiritual beliefs that are contrary to them. Who cares, my darlings? Who cares? They're not even worthy enough to get your attention. Why are they qualified to get your attention when you could be focusing that attention on upgrading your life, doing things that bring more joy and happiness in your life, bringing more love in your life by doing things that nurture you? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about, baby. It's about getting nurtured by you, your relationship with spirit, not what someone tells you, not someone who you go to the jungle and take ayahuasca and now you're spiritual because the shaman says so. No, no. I don't tell people they're spiritual. I tell people you're evolving, which is to me spirituality. If you do yoga 25 times and you do ayahuasca and you meditate and you pray, but those things are helping you evolve, then that means you're a very spiritual being. But those things that you're doing are not what makes you spiritual. And also this whole rhetoric that's going on right now where, look, don't get me wrong. I love Jesus. I love Jesus. I love Jesus's teachings of love. But never once did Jesus ever say, you better follow religion and you better do this or you're going to go to hell, and you don't do this, this is going to happen to you. Like, Jesus never spoke like that. Jesus was just pure love. And that's what I follow, is pure love. And I believe that God is pure love. And anything that is contrary to that love, I don't even waste my energy on it. Because I don't waste my energy on anything or anyone who would use spirituality as a weapon or force to make someone feel unworthy, unloved, and unappreciated because of the nature of their creation. That means how God created you, right? No one has no right to dictate to you if you're going to go to heaven or if you're not going to go to heaven. And I find religious people who talk like that, I honestly believe they're not even close to the light. I believe that those people are really in lower dimensions and they're like thinking they see the light and they're actually sitting in darkness. Because anyone who would ever tell their brother and sister that they're going to hell, yeah, uh, uh, uh. I will pray for you for sure. I remember living in Istanbul during earthquakes, and we had one huge earthquake. It was really intense. I didn't even want to go into it because it was so scary. People were jumping out of the windows. The building that I was in was actually falling over, and it was like cracks. But I was with a client in a deep, deep healing session. I couldn't just leave her and run down the stairs for my own life. And she was like, going through an emotional experience. So I stayed. I was like, if the building falls, I'll just ask the ancestors where we should stand so we can survive. Maybe we'll come out with the coconut, maybe we won't, I don't know. But yeah, so I will pray definitely for Turkey right now. Sending you so much love, Turkey. Çok seviyorum. So anyway, that whole thing, like, you just saying you're going to hell, my body and spirit tells me this is a no. Exactly, my love, exactly. So who do people think they are to proclaim where you're going? You and your own independence with creation and spirit. You, who has its own relationship with the divine, who has the right to say where you're going? Are they like a travel agent for the supernatural? It always is bewildering when people actually think that they have that level of vision to be like, you're going to hell. How, wow, are you a travel agent for the supernatural? Did you already get like a memo from the spirit world, like of where I'm going and what my ticket's been punched? Like, you don't realize nothing about me. You're just basing it off of what? My sexuality, because I love women and men? Is it because I'm black, maybe? Because that was the thing back in the days. If you remember, like, if you were black, you were going to hell regardless, because you were just going to go to hell. And that's why people had the right to enslave you, because they felt like, God gave them that right to put you under their foot. I mean, they used to even have dinner parties where they would like be whipping and torturing a man of color, right? Probably one of my ancestors, and then burning him alive and sitting there eating their turkey. I mean, it's just crazy. But yet, we are good, abiding Christians. Look, I don't care if you're Christian, I don't care if you're Muslim, I don't care who you are. You could be Buddhist, you could be anything you want. The moment you step away from unconditional love and acceptance is really the moment you're making up your own bullshit. That's how I look at it. You know what? People could be like, oh my gosh, I'm a Derek. I can't believe you said that. But I did. And if you read my book, you realize how much I do say. I do say a lot of things, I know. And you know why I say a lot of things? I'll tell you why. Because I learned at a very young age that I used to like edit myself. And then every time I did it, I felt like this intense, like, disconnection from who I was, And I realized that, like, I'm editing myself or changing myself to fit to what makes people comfortable. So at the end of the day, these people, oh my God, you're going to love this one. I got to ring the bell for this shit. And it's not shit. Thank you. But I call it shit because I like to first sometimes because I just gets like a fun for me. But anyway, it's not shit. It's literally eye-opening, empowering, and like transformative. Okay. So what I realized when I was a kid was that I was running around trying to meet everyone, make everyone happy. And I did. I did make a lot of people happy. But at the end of the day, I wasn't happy. So I realized that everyone else was sitting pretty and smiling and being like, oh my God, Shaman Durek makes me happy all the time. He gives me everything I want. And he's a people pleaser. He gives me what I want. I mean, they probably didn't say it like that, but they were probably just happy because I was just constantly making sure everyone was happy. But at the end of the day, I wasn't happy. So I was looking at all these people smiling, but I wasn't smiling. And then I realized, like, that really sucks. Like, that's kind of imbalanced. Like, that's not, like, why is everyone else happy? So I'm running around trying to make everyone happy, meet all their expectations, meet all their demands, like, be whatever they want me to be, say the things they want to hear to make them feel comfortable, safe, loved, and supportive. But I feel like crap. I feel like I'm betraying myself by trying to be something that makes them happy, but not myself. And then I made a decision to wake up and realize that I need to have a conversation with God and find out like what is going on, right? So one day I like talking to God and like, God, I just like my life is so miserable. I feel depressed. Like, like I just feel upset all the time. I don't know why I'm unhappy. And you know what God said to me? God said to me, the reason why you're unhappy is because you're not being true to who you are. You're running around trying to be true to what everyone else feels comfortable with, what they want to see you as what you are. But that's not who I created you to be. Really. No. I didn't create you to change yourself and shapeshift yourself to meet everyone else's demands and the ideas and what they think of you. I created you to be exactly as you are and exactly as you are. And you know what's interesting about that? So I had this, I went to this friend's house, right? And, I was eating a lot those days. I was eating a lot. Okay. And I went over and their little daughter looked at me and she looked at my stomach and she put her hand on my stomach and she said to me, and this really was like, oh my God, she's heavenly sent. She said, a lot of groceries. Now, her mom and dad were like, no, don't say that. Don't say that to him. That's Shaman Durek. I'm like, no, actually, don't put me up on a pedestal. Say exactly what you want to say. The little girl said, she took my stomach and shook it like this and said, a lot of groceries. I almost fell out of my chair. I literally almost lost it. I laughed so hard because she was exactly what I needed to see and hear. And you know what she gave me? I'll tell you what she gave me. She gave me my sovereignty back. She gave me back my power. She reminded me that it's okay for me to be truthful and honest about how I see and feel and how things are how I'm, what I'm experiencing. Like Fred calls me up and says, "Hey, I need you to drive me in the hospital." And I'm like, do I really want to drive them to the hospital, or do I want to drive them to the hospital because it means I'm a good friend? And I started making decisions not based on being a good friend, but based on something that's really authentic and real to me. And when people would say things to me, I go, "Oh, really? Do you want to know why that's really happening?" And if they say no, then I go, "Okay, fine." And if they say yes, I drop it on them like Christmas on Tuesday. I don't even know what that means, but I thought it sounded good. The point I'm making is this, is that I stopped editing myself. I stopped changing myself. I stopped trying to meet everyone's expectation. I stopped trying to pander myself to society of what's comfortable and what's acceptable and what makes people feel safe. And I started living. And you know what happened? I started realizing that the relationships that I were in were not the right relationships. I started realizing more and more that the friends I had around me were not the right friends. Started realizing that even the relationship I had with my parents were not the right relationship. I started realizing a lot of things about myself. I started realizing that I spent a great portion of my life tiptoeing around people's emotions and dislikes and expectations and, all this stuff. And I decided to stop. And the day that I stopped, people started calling me crazy. And I'm a loony bin and I'm a whack. I'm cuckoo. Even here in Norway, people call me clown and, you know, and I went to God and I spoke to God and, people say things, all kinds of crazy things in the press about me and lies and whatnot. I don't really care. At the end of the day, that's just them needing to try to think that they can destroy me. But you can't destroy an angelic being. You can't destroy an angelic being. You just can't. You can't destroy someone who's pure love. You can't destroy someone who loves humans and loves myself and loves God. You can't. You can't destroy someone with words or with accusations or lies or, any of these type of things, right? It's as long as you stay in that truth of you. People can judge you and they can talk about you and they can do all those things, but that's because they are running in dark circles. You are not running in dark circles. You stand in the light of truth. And the light of truth is asking you to be exactly as you are. Yeah. I remember when I was a kid growing up, my father wanted me to play with guns, and I did. Like I was very much with the cowboy and Indians and all that stuff. I used to wear cowboy hat, and I used to carry the little guns with the caps up on bang and bang. I mean, those were dangerous back then. I do wish actually we still had them, but they were quite dangerous actually. When you think about it, you put these real caps in, and they exploded and everything. That would make like gunpowder. I don't know what that was made out of. But yeah, so I used to run around, and so forth. And then I saw my sister's toys, and it was all like strawberry shortcake and old strawberry shortcake and lemon rain and her like Barbie set and like her little things like her Holly homemaker oven and her Snoopy snow cone thing and all this stuff that she had. And I was just like, my room is filled with guns and like construction equipment and all this stuff. Yeah, Rainbow Bright, and so forth. And so I started spending more time in my sister's room playing with her toys. And my dad got really upset. He's like, "You're not supposed to be in here playing with these toys. You have your toys. Those are boy toys." And I was like, "What makes that so?" Because the system only puts that out there for the kids, so it's a boy toy, Dad? Is it a boy toy? Am I supposed to, so boys are supposed to be destructive and shoot things and crash things and blow things up and whatever? I want to hold it. I want a Cabbage Patch, I want this Cabbage Patch like there was no tomorrow. I can't even begin to tell you what I went through to get that Cabbage Patch doll. Everyone in school had a Cabbage Patch doll, and my father would not buy me a Cabbage Patch doll because he said it wasn't manly enough. And he told me he would buy me more guns and more trucks and more this. And I was like, no, I want a Cabbage Patch doll like everyone else. And I want a stroller, and I want all the Cabbage Patch stuff that I can get. And he just wouldn't do it. And so my aunt from Hawaii, she got me, well, she thought it was a Cabbage Patch doll, but she got me, I think it was like an imitation Cabbage Patch doll. It was called a Fruit Patch. Fruit Patch. But it wasn't a Cabbage Patch, it was a Fruit Patch. And I was kind of disappointed, but I was so happy that I got it. So I was just like, oh my God, I got a Fruit Patch doll, you know? My dad lost it. He was just like, why would you give my son a doll? That's so gay, you know? Bless his dear heart. He came from a very old time, you know, way back when. Back when there was horses and there was no cars, you know, that's how far back my father was. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, is that I took my fruit patch to school and I was very happy. And all my kids' friends are like, oh, you got an imitation one. You didn't get a Cabbage Patch. And I was like, well, no, I didn't because my father won't let me have one, but I have a fruit patch and my aunt got it for me and I'm quite happy with this one. And then later on, finally, my father kind of gave in after having a long conversation with me about why I need to have a Cabbage Patch. And I said to him, I said, Dad, you know, I have all these guns and all these things that you want me to be and do, but my soul does not feel like I want to go to war with someone. My soul does not feel inclined to shoot and kill. That's not what I'm feeling inside. I feel like I want to be nurturing and I want to take care of people. I want to nurture them. I want to hold them. I want to take care of something. I want to nurture it. And that's how I feel about the Cabbage Patch. And it took him a while to take it in. And then finally he got me a Cabbage Patch. Oh, it was the best thing. The smell of the Cabbage Patch. You ever smell the Cabbage Patch? They're amazing. Anyway, why am I telling you this story? I mean, is it really about the Cabbage Patch? No, not at all, actually. What it's about, actually, is being true to who you are. Even when my own father thought it was strange or weird, whatever, I didn't give up what I wanted just because he didn't like it. I didn't give up what I wanted just because someone else has a problem with it. I don't give up who my dreams because someone says I can't get it. One time I was standing on a rooftop in Israel when I was living in Israel. One of my buddies was visiting me in Israel. And he was like, yeah, so what do you see when you look out at your future, Durek? You know, he said this to me. And I said, I see myself becoming really big in Israel on television. I see myself traveling. I see myself doing all these things. I said a bunch of things, you know, which he said to me, and I'll never forget what he said to me. He said, isn't that a lot to ask for? I mean, that's kind of like a little big-headed, don't you think? Like for you to believe it, those things can happen for you. I was like, can I share something with you? And he goes, yeah. I go, let's take a look at the sky for a second. I said, you see that cloud that's right there? He goes, yeah. I go, that's your cloud. I go, but do you see that one way, way, way, way, way far where you could barely see it? I said, that's my cloud. And I'm not here to tell you how to get to your cloud. You should tell me how, if my cloud is even possible to achieve. Because we all come here with a certain level of what we can achieve based on how we think, how we feel, and how we experience and react to the world. I'm not going to choose less because you choose to tell me that you choose less, so I should choose less. I, in fact, believe that I can have that cloud right there. You may not believe you can reach that cloud, but I can. And he looked at me and he said, he's standing on the rooftop in Israel, in Tel Aviv, and he said to me, wow, you just taught me something. I said, what did I teach you? That because I don't believe your dreams are possible doesn't mean that it's not possible for you. And I was like, exactly. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you, my loves, because each and every one of you are powerful. I don't care if you went through abuse or pain. I didn't do abuse and pain. We've been through it. We all been through it on Earth. In some way or another, we've been through some kind of pain. And welcome to planet Earth. You've gone through things. Things sucked. You lost money. You want to do this. You've had health issues. We all have gone through stuff. We're all human. But what I will say is this. Whatever someone has ever said to you or told you you couldn't do or laughed at you or made fun of you or bullied you or put you down or told you something about yourself that's so not true, let me be the voice of redemption. They don't know who you are. They only can see who they are. And that's all they could share with you is what they are. When people say nasty things and so forth, they're only showing you who they are, not who you are, but who they are. You, on the other hand, is something magnificent, something undescribable, something so powerful and so majestic and so powerful and so divine. And there aren't even words to describe who you are. There's no words that can describe who you are. And if anyone tries to, it better be high level love, high level truth, high level respect, because that doesn't even touch who you are. And I can speak the truth to you, see, because I don't give a shit what you think about me. I speak the truth to you because I know what I see and what I know to be true. And the more and more we begin to hold this level of love and truth and excellence over each other's heads, the more and more we begin to, and I'm going to say it, anoint each other with blessings of truth, love, and understanding of how big, how amazing, how powerful, how sacred, how divine we are. This beautiful leaders, you hear me say a lot in my webinars, in my lives, in my sharings, right? Because I'm not here to teach you anything. I'm here to share with you, right? I'm not above you. We're in this together. We're here on earth together. No, there's no hierarchy, no bullshit hierarchy that you see so many people walking around with their influencers and their celebrities and this and that. Well, let me tell you something. It's not about that. Like, don't get me wrong. Even the whole thing with was it Katy Perry and Gail, I think that's her name, going to take a joyride to outer space. I think it's beautiful that they had that experience. Not all of us can have that experience, but what I have to say as a shaman is I'm not here. I see all these videos on TikTok, putting them down, making fun of them, da da da da. That's not the energy. The energy is not about making fun of them, or if someone calls her an astronaut, she's like, oh yeah, whatever. It's not about that. It's about educating consciousness. And what I would say to that is, it's great that you want to go into outer space, but if you're going to make it a woman's thing, let's make it a woman's thing by getting people like Jeff Bezos and all these very wealthy billionaires to donate money to women causes. Number one cause that should be donated to women is women's health. What about women who can't get out of dysfunctional relationships? Maybe put a fund together for them. They could get a lawyer and have support financially to take care of a lawyer or to support them in getting out of a dysfunctional relationship that's abusive. How about that? There's so many women who feel helpless in that arena. And what about the women who could use that support for many other things, like addiction or, getting on their own feet and being single moms and being able to be stronger together, supporting one another, getting their business off the ground. We need to support those things. And so, yeah, okay, fine. And I'm going to make a video about it just so you know. But yeah, it's fine. You want to go to outer space on Jeff Bezos's, I forget what he was called. But do something for the people here on earth because you have the opportunity to. Don't just go into outer space and be like, "Yay, we went in outer space for like 4 or 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 11 minutes." I don't know how long it was. But we didn't do anything with that power and energy that we have. You're a celebrity. You have power to create change. You have abilities to ask these billionaires, yeah, we'll go up there and bring awareness to your project, but we want $1 billion donated to women's health. We want this money donated to single moms so who can go into this organization and get the support they need. Women who can pay for this. Like we need, if you're gonna make this about women empowerment for our young daughters and for women, then make it about that, but do it in a way that supports women. That's my little 2 cents on that. And I'll definitely do a video on that, because enough is enough with this idea of hierarchy on our planet. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's like you think you're better than a person because what? Because you don't have to clean a house and they do? Like, I've never treated my housekeeper, who is my family member, Ida, with disrespect ever, or treated her in any way other than come sit at my table and eat with me and Martha and break bread with us because you are family. People come up to me all this time in the streets asking for my autograph, pictures, this and that and the other, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah. And if that's what makes them happy, one friend said to me the other night, he goes, "God, you're always there. You're always kind to people. You're always nurturing and loving the people, except when people put a camera in my face without asking permission. Now that I do not tolerate." Because I had a situation like that the other night. Some guy just put a camera in my face. I was like, yo, you didn't say, "Can I have a picture?" You didn't acknowledge me. You didn't say your name. Like, you need to have some respect, yo. So I'd take his camera and be like, "No, this isn't gonna happen. Like, you need to step away." But when people come up to me in the street, if I'm like doing something, they go, "Hey, Shaman Durek, is it okay if I have a picture with you?" If that makes them happy, great. Do I think they really need a picture of me? Not really. But if that makes them happy, fine. But it's always nice to be kind. I don't understand when I see friends who are celebrities and whatnot, and they're just like, "Oh, no time for this. Don't get on my face." I'm like, why are you in the role that you're in, which is about the people who built you to be in the role that you're in? Did you think you just got there because you woke up and you're like, "Oh," no, dude. No. You got there because the people put you there, and then you treat them like this. And that's always, yeah. So you always got to remember that way. As you rise up in success, always be humble. Always come from the heart. Always be kind to people. Always be generous to people. Always take the time to be a human being. I don't care if you got a lot of books and how many followers you have, and if you are, on every TV show or whatever it is that you have that's giving you that success. Always be humble. I don't care if you've hit the jackpot tomorrow, become a billionaire. Be humble, be kind, and think about the people of Earth. And that's all I have to say. That's what I say to celebrities. Just be humble, be kind, and remember the people. They put you where you are. And I think that's very important for us always to remember. All right. So let me ring the bell on that. Be kind, be loving, and always remember the people. Be authentic. Exactly. You have to be to yourself first. Never do things just because you want people to like you. Because at the end of the day, you can have millions of people liking you and you hate yourself. Excuse me, that's not the way. Right? That's not the way. You want to demonstrate love. How well you love yourself is how well you can love others. Right? Demonstrate that. So anyway, you're going to learn more about all of that in the webinar that's coming up on Thursday, which is tomorrow. So do sign up for that, because the webinars, the healing temples, the blogs that I put up on the newsletter. If you're not on the newsletter, go to shamandurek.com, get on my newsletter, because we put amazing tips and amazing things for you. If you're not on the Lit Vibe meditation app, remember, it's not a meditation, it's an activation. It's 5-minute, 10-minute activations that shift your energy and increase your powers. We need increased powers at this day and age, people. my beautiful family of leaders of legacy, right? We need our powers activated because we cannot operate in the very dark age mentality, which is everyone should be psychic. Everyone should have intuition. Everyone should be aware of frequencies and energies. Everyone should be able to know how to set boundaries. Everyone should know how to communicate to spirit. Everyone should know how to communicate to their ancestors, to talk to angels, to talk to nature spirits, to do these things. And if you don't know how to do these things and you are saying that you're evolving, then you're not really evolving, because that's the next level of humanity. You understand? People can call you crazy all they want. Please, you will be stepping on gold, baby. Okay? Like, what's that song from Jill Scott? I love that song. It's like, living my life like it's golden, living my life like it's golden, living my life like it's golden, golden. Living my life like it's golden, golden, golden, golden. Right? That's what I'm talking about. Like, when you up level yourself, you are living your life like it's golden. You are bringing in opportunities. Look, if I wasn't who I was, I would have never met my wife. The most powerful, amazing woman in my eyes. She is amazing. Every day I look at her, I'm just like, oh, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for putting us together. She's amazing. She's smart. She's deep. She's loving. She's nurturing. She's an amazing mother. She's an amazing wife. She's everything. But what is really amazing about her, of course, I got to talk about my wife, is her willingness to evolve, her willingness to challenge people who are still operating in lower dimensional fields, where she's not buckling, and she's my perfect partner, because I can't be with someone who's not able to stand with me in the fire and burn and not get affected by the fire. Like, I need someone who's a powerhouse like me, and my wife is powerhouse times 2,000 billion, whatever, you know? And so when you love a woman like that, right? And don't get me wrong, like, that doesn't change who I am. I'm always going to be who I am, which is like me, right? But I love her so much. When I walk down the street, I think, what would make her happy right now? Of course, what makes her love language is coming home to a clean house, and I am a master cleaner. I love to clean. I get joy from cleaning. Some people don't get joy from cleaning. I get joy from cleaning. And I developed it when I was a kid. It was like, even though we had a housekeeper when I was a kid, I still cleaned because I just love to clean. It's like, gets rid of my stress. It helps me think things through. I can talk out loud to myself when I'm washing and vacuuming and doing things. I love to clean. It's just my thing. Sometimes I go to my friend's house, I'll clean their house too. Because if I feel it messy, I'll do it. I'm going to clean your kitchen. Like, I'm going to clean up. I'm going to straighten up the refrigerator. I'm going to organize your cabinets. I'm that kind of guy. I'm just wired that way. It's just the way I am. So her love language is like coming home to a clean house. So I clean the house, but that's not a difficult thing for me. I just love it. Love to vacuum. Yeah, exactly. I just love the sound of, I like seeing things clean. I like seeing counters wiped down. I like clean dishes. I like things organized. I'm like that guy, What was I going to say? Yeah. Same. Same. But sometimes when you go out, it's nice to get the person you love some flowers, You see something nice, you get it for them. And if you can't afford flowers, then you just go and you find a place where you can pick some flowers in a park, Probably maybe not the best thing to do. I probably shouldn't be saying that, but, I'm a type of person that if I see a flower in a beautiful park, I'm going to take it and give it to my woman. But it is what it is. But I also will buy her flowers. But I think it's important also for your friends to remind your friends how amazing they are. What a gift they are. Like today, my buddy picked me up today. And I looked at him and I said to him, I'm very grateful to have a beautiful friend like you. You're a very special human being in my life. You mean so much to me. And I'm really grateful that we found each other. It's important for us to acknowledge people. Just like I tell you all the time, how important you are, how much you are valuable beyond words, beyond measure, how much I love you. And people, someone read something yesterday where they wrote something like, oh, Durek says he loves people when it's all bullshit. No, it's not. And that's okay. They believe that because they're not capable of being at the level of love that I'm at. But I'm at a level of love where I don't need to know the fantastic things that you've done in order to love you. I love you because you're created by my mother and father God, and that's enough. And that means that if you're created, you have value in this universe, not just for this time, but for all eternity. And that's something really powerful if you ask me. Okay, so now let's go and do some healings. Yeah, because I could talk forever. And I don't want to talk forever. I want to be there to support people. So let's see who wants to go live. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No expectations. Love is the best. Yeah, Jilly Willy. Yeah, Jilly Willy. Jill's one of my dear friends. Amazing woman. I'll never forget the day I met her. I think she was wearing like a leather jacket and jeans and boots. And I was just looking at her. I was like, this is a powerhouse woman. This woman is no joke. No joke. Oh, by the way, Jill, can you send me a message on Instagram because my other phone got shut that broke down, so I'm using my iPhone now. So if you can send me a message, that'd be great. Okay, cool. You want to go live? Okay, Joe, let's go live. All right. No. I was wearing that. See how good my memory is? How sweet. Let me ring the bell for glory. Because God brought you into manifestation and for all eternity, and we celebrate you. Yay.
Awesome. Wow. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
How can
Happy to
here?
um I just think I'm going through a phase in my life right now where I don't want to say I feel stuck, but it almost feels like I'm stuck. Like I'm trying to get to that next level, but there's something standing in my way. There's something blocking me, and I just can't shift that away so I can come forth and be the great person I know I'm destined to be.
Okay, so let's take a look into that for a second. And I'm just gonna ask the spirits. And spirits, you heard what our sister said. What is your counsel on the matter? Okay, so they said it's not that you're stuck, you're frustrated. Um, and you tell me why, spirits, when you say that. Spirit said because you create a lot of expectations that you create that are not in harmony with you. So what happens is you're trying to force agendas versus say, okay, Spirit, where are you leading me and what is in the highest benefit? And then focusing on the things that would make you happy, but not you having to do it, but letting Spirit do it for you. So, what they're saying is you're getting frustrated because you're not getting the things that you want. So, your energy is kind of like, right? And they're like, and that's what that energy you're feeling, that stuck energy is, because it's the part in yourself that's not breathing in to the experience. So let's talk to that part for a second. And I'm just going to have a little conversation on your behalf of that part that's inside of you that's doing that. I like to talk to our the spirit that is a part of our sister or that is acting from our sister, this part that is getting up annoyed and frustrated. Why are you so frustrated? Okay, it said because it's upset and frustrated because people promise you things and they never come through. Why? What? Tell me about these people that promise you things. It said that she aligns me with people who don't have a word. She knows it from the beginning, but then she creates these expectations that it's going to change, and then it does it, and then she feels disappointed. So is your frustration not about the people, but more about what she's allowing in? Yeah, it says that you're not discerning the energies that you are allowing in. And so therefore it's not upset about the people as it's more upset about what you're allowing. Okay, so what do you need from her right now in order for her to see the flow of opening for her? Okay. It says that you have a belief that is really challenging for it to deal with because you are so putting too much energy on this belief. And the belief is that you have to earn or work hard for something in order for it to manifest. So it's the idea that you have to earn it, or you have to prove yourself to earn it, or you have to work hard to earn it. And it takes away the flow of things just happening for you. And that part of your being is annoyed about that as well. And that's where a lot of its frustration is coming in as well. Now, let me ask the question. So what exactly does she do in that instance? It says that you create a lot of belief systems that have not been challenged with truth. You create a lot of belief systems that are based on opinions, ideas of yours that have not been put through. Is this coming from the highest truth as according to God's love for you? Or is this something you're orchestrating based on things you've experienced, witnessed, or want to believe about the world? Okay. Um, okay, I hear where you're coming from. Is there anything else you want to share with me that she's doing that's making her create you creating this, because she's blaming you for the stuck energy. Um, this part is of you is saying that she can blame me all she wants. That's what she wants. The reason why she feels the stuckness is I'm trying to show her that something is not in harmony. And whenever something's not in harmony, you're going to feel a sense of of limbo, or things aren't flowing, or things still blocked or stuck. It's not because I'm blocking it to hurt you. I'm actually limiting it to get your attention that something isn't right in the way you're creating as a creator.
Wow.
Look at my face.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
Okay, now let me get back to this. Okay, so okay, I get it. So you're saying that you are demonstrating this energy to get her attention. So is this the same that you do for all people who go through stuckness? Yes. Oh, that's interesting. That's great information. So you're saying that you are the same spirit that lives in every human being? Yes. Oh. So you're in me as well. Yes. And the spirit said, we are all a part of one another. We are one. So every spirit that you can speak to is because everything is connected. Isn't that beautiful? So you're in me as well, and you're in every single person on this street, and every single person in this whole entire that I'm in Norway. Anytime someone is not operating in harmony and love, kindness, generosity, freedom consciousness, open consciousness, and authority with God, meaning that they reference everything back to the highest source of love. They don't just make opinions, ideas, and concepts without bringing it to God and saying, is this valid? I gotta go for that one. Doozy. Okay. I'm getting head rush over here because this is like, so, mm, it's like a, it's like a, ah, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's go back. So you're saying that the energy that is she's feeling, or when anyone feels stuck or limbo or anything, is because they have to take rightful action, aligning themselves or taking their beliefs and presenting them before the divine of our mother, father, God. That's correct. The authority without definition through the source is literally walking in blindness, and reacting and believing things without testing the validity of these things with the divine. In other words, this belief you have that you have to work hard and be this and do that. Did you ask spirit at the highest level, is this in the highest level of truth to the divine love that God has for me? So go ahead and ask that question now.
Is this the truth?
Okay, hold on. Let's back up for a second. Did you feel like you had to go through some kind of motion? Because you were like going in it. You were like,
Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, oh, yeah,
no,
cool.
no,
Okay.
no.
So we have to go with it.
No, no. I'm gonna say it again. No, no, no. You need to be loving, but you don't have it all figured out. I don't have it all figured out. I only have what is available to me through God and spirit. And when I don't know something, I go to God and spirit and my ancestors and my spirit guides and the animal spirits, the nature spirits, and all of their rishas and the divines and the masters. I don't have it all figured out. That's why we don't walk alone. We don't walk alone. So when you do this kind of like, that's you are getting annoyed with yourself for not having the answers.
Mm.
Someone said it's hard to hear. Is it hard to hear?
Well, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So go ahead with love, with grace, with honor, and knowing that your mother and father God loves you. Let's go. What are you doing? Are you taking a breather?
I'm trying to tap into.
Tap into what? You're already tapped in.
Okay, right.
What?
That's it. Okay.
That's it. This is an illusion. You're never disconnected from God, even if you believe you are, you're not. This is what I mean by creating a belief or an opinion or an idea without qualifying it in God's truth. You don't think you're tapped in? Ask God. You don't feel like you're doing enough? Ask God. You don't feel like you're a good person? Ask God. Why are you making up stories and narratives and then buying into them without proof? And remember, this isn't school. You're not getting a bad grade from me. I'm here to support you, love you, and by your willingness and courage to come up on stage and be here and share your own personal life, you are helping people all over the world. So thank you. Yay! Okay, ready? Mother, Father, God,
Mother, Father, God,
is it in the highest truth
is it in the highest truth
that I have to work hard
that I have to work hard
or prove my worth
or prove my worth
in order to have value
in order to have that value?
or be worthy
Be
of good things?
acceptance.
And what did they say to you? I'm sorry?
No.
I'm sorry?
No.
No. Right. So here's the interesting thing, right, that we human beings have to understand. When we qualify it and we get the answer, we have to let go of the lie. When we qualify it and we get the answer from the divine of the highest level of love, and they say no, we have to dismiss the lie. We don't hold on to the lie and then ask again. No, we dismiss it. You heard their answer. They gave you their answer. Respectfully and honorably dismiss the lie. So what I want to do right now is I'm going to send energy for you to assist you in this dismissal. You ready? Okay. Just tell me when you feel your body releasing this lie out of your system, either through deep breath, deep yawn, deep cough, continuous swallow, or burping it out of your system, or whatever way your body wants to let it go. And just acknowledge how the spirits are assisting you, your angels, your guides, your ancestors, because they don't want you holding on to these lies, because they know what damage it does to your life and how it restricts you and limits you from having a beautiful life and having the things that you want to call into manifestation that are at the highest level for your good. So right now, what we're doing is we're shipping out that energy of the lie. Now you got the answer from God. There's no reason to hold on to this anymore. So tell me when you feel it releasing out of your body. And I'm going to send the frequency with the help of the beings that are already there with you, who love you, who are already assisting you. Just acknowledge what they're doing to you. Just keep acknowledging. Keep acknowledging what they're doing to release this out of your body, to release this out of your mind, to release this out of your system. And then and also let go of any part of inside of your being where you're like, I should have known this. I don't know who is that I should have known whatever, but that is also a working of the matrix that has nothing to do with our divine intelligence and our emotional intelligence. In fact, spirit, where does the idea that people have where they feel like I should have known this? Yeah, it's the systematic belief structure that if you don't know something or have something, then you're not smart enough or you're not capable enough. So therefore, you are not a good person or you're not a worthy person in society because we were put through school systems where you had to know things, take tests and do all these things. These kind of like what I call measuring sticks of that don't really exist. They're all made up by a system that wants to control you, right? Because if you remember, the school system wasn't built on making you an entrepreneur. It's built to make you a slave. Doesn't teach you about how to become independent financially. It teaches you how to work for someone. It doesn't teach you how to go out and look for the best stocks and how to build businesses and how to become a multimillionaire. No, it teaches you how to follow rules and make sure you follow those rules by giving you disciplines if you don't reach a certain expectation, right? So right now, just acknowledge how that's getting released from your being. Okay. Now I'm going to share something with you. You're angry right now. I can sense it in your energetic field. You're upset. And that's why you're choosing to hold on to it. Because I've said frequencies and the spirits are in the room right now assisting you releasing it. And you're trying to play this game called see if you can get it out of me. It's kind of like a tug of war kind of thing because we pull it, you pull it back in, we pull it back in. I can feel the energy pull. So what we're going to do is instead of you releasing it, I want you to hold on to it. So we're going to resist it. No, we're going to claim it. We're going to do the opposite. We're going to resist. So tell me when you feel yourself resisting, letting it go. Okay.
Mhm.
Tell me when that gets even stronger.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
Mhm.
and tell me when it gets even stronger.
Yep.
Good. When you start to feel the part of yourself that says, I want to make you suffer by having you hold on to this. And tell me when you feel that part that's trying to get you to hold on to it so you can suffer and have an excuse. And then notice the emotions are coming up. Don't wipe the eyes because that's a sign of you feeling shame. Shame and releasing emotions. Emotions are healthy for both women and men on the planet. It helps us to process energy and release stagnant energy, such as old stagnicity of toxins and kelp in our blood, our bile, and every aspect of liquids in our system. Our body has a natural release that needs to clear. There's days where I just tell my wife, baby, I'm going to crawl in your arms and cry today. I'm going to cry like I never cried before. It's a natural aspect of evolution. Okay. So just tell me when you feel that even more, that part that wants to hold on, that wants to punish you, that wants to make you suffer so you can have an excuse, so you can say nothing works for you. And no matter what I do, nothing changes. So you can hold on to all that nonsense. And just tell me when you feel that part that's trying to hold on to it. And that part's scared. It's scared to evolve. It's scared to go to the light. It's scared to align with God's truth. And that's okay. Just tell me when you feel that fear. Tell me when you feel that spirit inside of you with fear. It's scared. Good. And tell me when it gets even stronger, that it wants to hold on to it even more. And it wants to hold on to it so much that the more it holds on to it, it starts to release. And tell me when you feel that. And tell me when that gets even stronger. And just be in knowledge of what's happening to your body right now. Notice how your neck is moving, your body's moving. Just acknowledge it. Acknowledge what's coming up, what's in your throat, what's in your body, where you feel it. Just acknowledge where it's at. Acknowledge how your body is trying to hold on to it even more. Just keep acknowledging it. And the more you hold on to it, acknowledge how more of it comes out. And just notice that emotion that's coming out that also has your mother's energy in it as well. And that energy of, I have to hold on to these things for my family because this is what I was taught. Because, we always like to go into that. Well, this is what I was taught. No, this is what was shared with you, but you can also deny it too by having authority with yourself and with the divine to cancel that out. And so, Mia, thank you for your beautiful words. But remember, everything you see in me is also you. Okay, so tell me when you feel that even stronger, that part really giving everything it's got to try to hold on to it. And the more it does, the more it starts to release out of your mouth and throat. And just acknowledge what's happening right now. Acknowledge what the spirits are doing to release it. Acknowledge how they're releasing it out of your mouth. Acknowledge how you keep pressing your lips because it's trying to hold it in. And just acknowledge how it keeps your spirit is so strong that it knows how to release it out of your system. Just acknowledge how strong your spirit is and overcoming that entity that's trying to keep you to hold on to it. Right. And it's the idea also of the old programs that we get as, people of color. We're told that, life has to be harder for us. We have to do things have to be difficult for us because of the color of our skin. We came into a world where we weren't easily accepted. I mean, I remember being people calling me names and all kinds of things and treating me differently just because of the color of my skin and not really acknowledging my heart and my emotions. So we create this, this barrier where we feel like we have to protect ourselves and just acknowledge that protection too. Acknowledge where you're trying to protect yourself from being vulnerable with what is coming up. And right, and what are we told in our African heritage that to go into those places we don't want to be weak, we don't want to show weakness, right? And so just acknowledge what that was like as that's being released, and just acknowledge how that's coming out of your mouth even more. And I'm just going to go ahead and turn up the energy a little bit higher. Just tell me when you feel that releasing more out of your mouth and throat, and that could even lead to a yawn, a cough, or swallowing many times, or just deepest breaths you've ever taken. Your body knows how to process, and it's processing beautifully right now. And that's what it's doing. It knows how to release. It knows how to override entities and spirits and lower dimensional beings. It knows how to override that. It just needs a little guidance. And that's all we're offering. It's just a little sharing, a little guidance, you know, nothing spectacularly different than what is shamans and what we, have been trained to do as spirit shamans, that is, without you taking any plant medicine, of course. But just, really seeing, letting spirit move those energies for you. Or you don't have to do much other than to just be and just be a witness to the glory of God, the glory of our Mother, Father, God, the glory of the divine that's with you in the room right now, the glory of the divine angels and the ancestors and the orishas and ascended masters and animal spirits and nature spirits and elemental spirits and all the divine deities of light that are there with you. Just acknowledge, tell me when that gets even stronger and your body begins to take even the deeper breaths you've ever taken as you're releasing and processing these energies, right? There's nothing stuck. Spirit already said it's only stuck because it's trying to get your attention, right? It's just wanting to say, like, hey, your beliefs, your ideas, your concepts have not been qualified by the divine. So how are you putting any kind of power behind them if you haven't even qualified it? That's why I always say to people, they just make choice. That's where we get free will, right? God has given us free will. It doesn't mean that our free will should be acted upon if we don't have the right guidance. People just do whatever they want, whenever they want, think whatever they want, whenever they want to think, and they question it with divine love. And these See what's happening to your body right now? You see all that stuff that's coming out of you? Now you can even say this right now. Say, Mother, Father, God, are you happy that I'm doing this? So you can bring more blessing into my life? See how they easily respond? I don't understand why the church believes that you can only talk to God through them. Makes no sense. We have everyone has a relationship with the divine that's so sacred and beautiful. No one can ever touch that. It's just those strange that people believe that. But anyway, that's what they choose. Let me talk to that part again. So this to the part of her being that's in part of everyone's being that created that what she calls a block and what she calls stagnant, limbo, whatever. What do you feel now that she's doing this? It said it's very happy that you're moving the energy and that it can start moving the energy because now you understand what needs to be done in order to keep your path clear from it needing to limit you or put you in states of limbo or block you as you call it um, because you're not in alignment. A lot of times people think they're being punished by God or I'm not making enough money or these things are happening for me and blah blah blah blah blah. No, no, that's not why. That's not why at all. The reason why is because you're not talking to that spirit that's blocking you, not because it's trying to hurt you, but because you're doing something that's not in alignment to your highest nature. Very good. How does that feel to feel that releasing?
No, like I need a nap now. Just
Doesn't that, isn't that interesting? Some people get energized and some people need to rest.
mhm. Yeah,
I'm so proud of you, darling, for releasing that energy. Doesn't that feel so much better?
definitely does. Yeah.
I'm here for you. So please write me a message. I love you. I'm excited for all the amazing things that are showing up in your life.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Remember, anytime something gets what you call stuck, block, or stagnant, it's not because something is trying to limit you. It's because it wants you to go in and look at your beliefs that have not been qualified by the truth of the divine. I love you.
You too. Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye, darling. Yay! That's so exciting. I have to ring the lid bell. And let's see. Someone says, "What? Who is this?" Let's take a look. Inside the mirror. Okay, let's see. Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to serve.
Uh, Hello, this is Durek. I'm so grateful right now.
I can't see you.
Okay. Just, just wait, please. I'm so grateful. Yay! Trying to connect it with you for 4 years. 4 years. You know that?
40 years.
Yes. Like, I'm disabled. I'm disabled, Shaman Durek, and I'm so grateful. Like,
It's a pleasure to be here with you,
thank
Michael.
you. Like, I'm also following Umut, your student.
Yeah, yeah. He was my student for many, many years, and
Yes,
now
yes,
he is
I'm proud of you. Uh, you know, I'm not, I'm not, like, I'm not, I, I'm not having ego, but I'm a healer too. Let me, let, I let you to take all my negative energies and uh, let go into Mother Earth, okay?
Let's do
Can
what?
you do Yeah. Can you take my negative energies and send that to Mother Earth?
We're not going to send it to Mother Earth. We're going to send it into the light. But let's take a look.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready.
Let's. So how can I support you? What do you need support on?
Just positive energy. Okay. Killing it.
Got it. Okay. So let's take a look and see what kind of energy that you're holding on to. Let's take a feel here.
Okay.
I see. Okay.
I'm sorry for my exactness. Like.
You don't have to be sorry for anything, my love.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, let's take a look here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm noticing here that um the energy that gets negative is there's someone around you
Yeah.
who is going in and out of emotions.
Yes, you're right.
Okay. And this person who's going in and out of emotions is what's causing stress to your body.
Yes, you're exactly right.
And this person, sometimes they mean well, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's about them and it's becomes a little too much because they don't know when to set the right boundaries of what it means to give you your space to express need, and instead it's like cutting you from
Like, I just named that they are vampires around of me. They are vampires. They are they are soaring my energy. They are.
let's change those words to you're aware of the vampiric energy, but no one can take your energy.
Yeah. Because I'm the energy. I know that.
No
I know that.
one can take your energy.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send a frequency into your body to start clearing these energies, and just tell me when you start to feel the energy entering into your body.
Okay. Yes.
Give me a second. I'm just increase it and tell me when you feel the increase in the poison coming out of your system. Don't cover the mouth because I have to clear those energies. And when you hold it in, it's push.
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm going to go ahead and increase it now. Just tell me when you feel more poison coming out.
So heavy. Thank you. Oh my god.
Suits. Oh, wow. You have past ice stuff. Ryusa. Okay? Where there's a past life energy and another lifetime, and you were powerful. You did something that you're clearing in this lifetime. So I'm just gonna clear that energy for you. Just tell me when more poison comes out of your mouth and throat. I'm talking to my ancestors to assist me, as this is some heavy energy. Now,
Oh my god. It's so heavy. I'm gonna cry.
Wanu ni je mensare. Kadi abujo no ku batale kaki je sare ba pampa magola kaliki. Ha.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my beautiful soul. Thank you. You are tended by Mother Earth. Thank you, Mother. I'm gonna cry. Like, I'm trying to connect to you for 4 years. You know, for 4 years. I'm sorry for my
It's okay.
terrible.
Say sorry to me. I'm a shaman. I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. Like, can I just tell you my story for very little things? Like, I just have an accident, car accident, when I was 3. Remember you said that, Shaman, like you must pass very very impossible things when you must be a shaman. You remember that?
Of course.
And now I have an accident. I just lose my every part. I cannot walk, but Mother God give me the healing, the, the healing power. God, thank God. You know, I just want to tell you, like, thank you for everything. Okay, like, can I send you? Can I send you my number? We can always connect it
I
with the show.
I don't call people. I'm not allowed to call people.
Okay, like we are connected spiritually. I know that. I know that. Um, I if if you have a have to work, I can go.
How do you feel after releasing that energy?
Like I have healing power. You feel it?
I know you have healing powers. Yes,
You feel it? Thank
I
you.
do feel powers, of course.
Can I send my good energies to you?
Of
The
course.
work? Okay. First of all, concentrated. I'm not good as like you, but I can.
Competition here, and there's a comparison. We are all divine expressions of the divine.
Do you feel my energy? You feel my energy, my
I can
beautiful soul.
very sensitive to energy. I can feel it radiating from your hands. Yes.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. My my grandmaster. Like I want to connect with you for 5 years. You know, like I just sent message to Umut, like your student, like he's not answering me. Like I just pray to any any souls, you know, like I connected to you. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I love you, Doc. I'm gonna go now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Shaman Durek. I'm proud of you. Like,
Thank you.
and I pray to God your marriage will going good with Princess Nota.
It
I
will.
just
It has in our last life, and it will in this one.
oh oh my beautiful beautiful soul. Oh,
Mwah.
oh thank you. Oh my God. I'm gonna oh my God. Oh my God. I'm the first person to love you. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm clearing.
My energy is so heavy, or like why you are coughing? Why you are coughing? Can you tell me?
Yeah, because I'm clearing energies. When I went into your past life stuff, it was
What what
we're sharing.
what did I have showed you, Shaman Durek? Can you tell me? Because I have the rights to know it. Because it's my past life. I have the rights to know it.
They showed me someone in another lifetime that you beat until they were able to walk.
Uh, can I call my mom and like can you like tell her this thing? Can you tell her this thing? Just wait. I can call my mom. Anne, I'm Turkish by the way. Bir bakar mısın? I'm sorry. I'm shouting. Like bir bakar mısın? Just wait, just wait. Please, please don't go anywhere. Please tell my mother and go, okay? I'm sorry. Bak karşımda kim var? 4 yıl bekledim bunun için ben. My, it's my mother and ya bu Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, I am not asleep. Oh my God. Nice to meet you. Like, can, can,
Knows what them Turkey.
benim izledim Türkiye'yi diyor. Come. Come please. Misafirim ol ne demek? Like, my mother said that ben çok memnun oha. Ben çok memnun oldum diyor. But can can you tell her I want to translate it for her? Like,
When you mean you're the life that I saw?
yes, yes, yes. Dur, ben tercüme edeceğim. Yes, yes. Can you tell me?
You were having a conversation with someone, you were a person of
Bir dakika.
and
Bir dakika.
ended up eating that
Sen bir geçmiş hayatında dönmüşsün diyor. Ben. Onu yok. Sen. Ona değil. Aha. Onu döverek diyor yani yürüyemeyecek hale getirmişsin. Sonra onun ahı seni tutmuş. Bak adam beni tanımıyor. I'm sorry. Continue please.
and so in that life, the person could not walk because of the beating that you had them experience. And so in this life, you have to clean the energy from that.
Geçmiş hayatında sen birini öldüreseydi ölmüşsün ve onu sen mi ben mi? Yok ben mi? Tamam ben. Ve onu öldüreseye sakat bırakmışsın. Senin o enerjiden temizlenmen yani gereksiz. How my mother said how we can cleanse our energy for that.
So to clean, let me ask the spirits on that one. Spirits, most things that they've have to go through in this life that could be challenging. How does he clear that energy from that lifetime? The spirit says that you have to remove the idea of punishment from your being.
Senin cezalandığın psikolojisine diyor engel psikolojini diyor atman lazım. Bana diyor. Hani engel olduğu için.
Any idea of punishment or that God did this to you or that you did something wrong, you have to clear those energies.
Let me translate, okay, please. I'm sorry. Like sen diyor engelli olduğun psikolojisinde diyor engelli olsan bile onun Allah'tan bir ceza olduğunu inanmaman gerekiyor. O psikolojiyi yok etmen gerekiyor. Her zaman mutlu olman gerekiyor ki bedenini yükselt ve bedenini yükseldikçe sen yürü diyor.
Söyle YouTube'daki programı izledik. Enerji.
Like I just watch your YouTube program to elevate my energy, like hide my energy.
We feed.
And then let me ask you something, my beautiful soul. Can you
Takıldı.
can you like load me more healing energy? Like I can heal people. What's the so
Healing energy to you throughout the week.
bana bu haftaya kadar şifa enerjisi göndereceğim diyor ki insanlara şifa.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Aho. Thank you. Teşekkür ederim. I will come. Bak ben bunu my mother is crying right now because she knows about I just waited for 5 or 4 years to connect with you.
Well, brought us together, but I do have to go soon, so I have to end. I love.
Okay, I'm sorry to be very happy. Okay, thank you. Peki deprem oluyor. Be very happy. Like Turkey is facing earthquake right now.
I know.
Like
I'm praying for.
okay. Uh, uh, thank you for elevating my energies. Okay.
Etti kaldırayım.
Thank you. Thank you. Aho. Thank you. Aho. Aho. Oh, like I'm just calling wolf energy.
Wolf.
Yes. Thank you for everything. Like, think about Rashikins. Then, like, can, can, can we, can you be the friend of, like, can I connect it with Umut? Can you help me?
Söyle. Emi. Bir kere seninle görüşsün söyle.
Okay. Can you, like, in Instagram?
I love you.
Okay. Okay. In Instagram, can you call me like one month 1 month a day? Like, can
I can't call people my phone. I'm not allowed to.
like only just streaming, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
But I'll talk to
okay. I kiss you, my beautiful soul. Thank you for
çok
taking.
teşekkürler.
You're so cute.
İyi
Oh my god.
akşamlar.
Thank you. Oh, good.
You have to put in the corner.
Okay. Okay. We know that. Bye bye.
What a beautiful soul. It's always a wonderful thing to support people. Sometimes it's a challenge when you have to tell people what the spirits tell you, but that is the role of supporting people and loving them. Anyway, it's been a wonderful evening with each and every one of you. I love you so much. Now I have to go spend time with my wife and the kids. So now I have to go. But I will say this, my darlings. If you can join us in the webinar tomorrow, you're going to have an amazing time. I look forward to, again, please get on the newsletter. I look forward to spending more time with you on live. And I love you. And I'm so happy you're about to be here to witness the healings and to be a part of them as well. Thank you for those of you who had the courage to come up on stage and share your life with all of us, because your story helps us to be able to grow and evolve and to continue our path moving forward into who we truly are, which are absolutely undescribable beings of infinite potential and love at the highest level. Mwah. I love you and thank you so much. I'll see you all soon. Bye. Ambala Ashe.